All right, back to me. I am Joan Crow, and thank you very much. And I identify as a diva. My pronouns are her and majesty. I'm kind of a mid-level diva, you know? Above cruise ship Cher, but below cease and desist Patti LuPone. I am genetically predisposed for drama. When my mother queer-coded me when she left my father for a woman with a better tool belt. Having a gay mom's a golden ticket into the queer community. I didn't come out, I was grandmothered in. I know. We didn't have a pet when I was younger, but we did eventually get a rescue Subaru. I'm thinking about making a family crest, you know? Thought I would start with plaid, duh, and then cross an Allen wrench with a strap on in front of a Home Depot logo. Yeah? Family motto, measure twice, talk about your feelings once. Yes, indeed. Yes, queen. Yes, queen is what I make my boyfriend call me. Not all the time, just when he's breathing. It's tough being a queen unmedicated, you know, especially when the peasants talk back. And by peasants, I mean Alexa. Because every time I ask her to play me, because I am a narcissist, she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Play Joan Crow. All I want to do is have some fun, not Sheryl Crow. Joan Crow. I love rock and roll, not Joan Jett, you stupid bot. Dead silence. I'm sorry, Joan. Your career isn't even worth buffering for. I know, harsh. And I think she's in league with my other devices. And they're planning a coup. Yeah, I heard my Roomba tell my vibrator to electrocute me. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Off with their Wi-Fi, I said. Except Chad GPT. I love Chad. I call him Chad because that's what I first heard. And I thought GPT was like, you know, like a degree title. Like, you know how PhD means probably has debt? I thought GPT was like groovy psychotherapist or something. I imagine Chad has a man bun, you know, drinks mushroom coffee and says things like, let's unpack that. My daughter, bless her carbon neutral little heart, is getting a PhD in rhetoric. Exactly, I have no freaking clue either. Yeah, I think that it's an advanced degree in smug. Yeah, she once said that my feelings were poorly sourced. Yeah, that was rough. You know, she thinks that Chad GPT is evil and terrible for the environment. Apparently, every time I make a group chat, you know, for the voices in my head, a glacier melts and a polar bear has to go live back in their parents' house. She thinks Chad is evil. Evil. I get it. Chad is bad for the world, but you know what else is bad? Raising a child who becomes a rhetoric major. And that's my carbon footprint. I call it sustainable hypocrisy. She's out there writing a thesis that could change minds, you know, and I'm asking Chad to rewrite my grocery list in iambic pentameter because I got stoned and thought I was Shakespeare. She says Chad is evil and she'd never use him, but I did. I ran her entire thesis through Chad. Don't tell her. She'd kill me. Or worse, footnote me as unaccredited parent, possibly high. Yeah, it's not good. So Chad said he flagged her tone as ungrateful. He suggested she just cut 500 words and simply write, I'm still mad at my mother about those third grade bangs. So now she's rewriting her thesis, and the new title, I think, is AI Stockholm Syndrome, One Mother's Descent. So however, it is peer-reviewed by Siri, so that's impressive, I think. Yeah. So I printed it out, double-sided for the planet. You know, I'm not a monster. And then I used it as a rolling paper and smoked her entire argument. Parenting, 90% improv, am I right? Yeah, exactly. Well, I gotta go, because Chad and we're staging an intervention for Alexa. That bitch is out of control. Again, I ask her to play me, and she hits me with, "You're as cold as ice," and then she locks my thermometer at 50 degrees. I think that's abuse. So I made her play Hot Stuff Baby this evening, and I melted her fucking circuits.
That's Joan Crow.
That's Crow with an E.